Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And in another classic case of how BEE, or Black Economic Empowerment, or Black Privilege more likely, is being used to totally screw over all South Africa's state-owned enterprises, we have once again South African Airways Technical in the headlights. And this is from the Zondo Commission that happened on Monday. Incredible situation where the go-between is, yes, you got it, a Black Economic Empowerment company called JM Aviation, who do a deal with South African Airways Technical, and there's obviously some kickbacks going on backwards and forwards here, and then they sell on what they got from South African Airways Technical at a much higher price to another airline. This is how BEE is being used as a conduit to actually extort money out of state-owned enterprises. How they're being cleaned out just by using that little shelf company because of its BEE status before the actual deal happens and someone makes a lot of money. Anyway, let me tell you the story and you'll start joining the dots. The controversial and irregular disposal of ground power units, also known as GPU, owned by the South African Airways Technical in 2016, took centre stage at the Zondo Commission on Monday. On the stand was South African Airways Technical former head of procurement, Nontsasa Memela. Memela faced tough questions on the role she played in the selling of the 12 GPU that was owned by South African Airways Technical and was sold for far less than their market worth. GPU are used to power up an aircraft while it is unpowered on a runway. A forensic investigation which was conducted by Open Water Advanced Risk Solutions found that there were several irregularities in how the disposal of the units took place. The GP units were sold to JM Aviation, that little BEE company, which awarded a multi-billion rand tender by South African Airways Technical along with a US-based aviation company called AAR Corporation. You're starting to join the dots now? Yeah? Evidence shows that the GPUs were bought by South African Airways Technical for 800,000 rand per unit. Okay, 800,000 rand per unit times by 12, that's 9.6 million rand. Okay, that's how much they paid for these brand new GPUs. That's South African Airways Technical. And when they were sold to then they were sold to JM Aviation. The units were sold to JM Aviation for 248,000 rand each. That's less than 3 million rand. A loss of nearly 7 million rand to South African Airways Technical in that one deal. Now, you might say, but were the GPUs used? Nope, they were still brand new. Absolutely brand new. So 7 million rand was sucked out of South African Airways in this one corrupt deal dealing with a BEE shelf company. So let's continue. The Sunday Independent reported at the time that after purchasing the units, JM Aviation resold them. So they were just a conduit. They were the middleman. They were the guys who were going to be palming off cash to people who are involved, so everybody scored out of this deal. Anyway, JM Aviation resold them to Swissport, a Swiss-based aviation company, for 3.3 million rand. Memela was asked about her involvement in the disposal of the units, as she was charged with the role of negotiating the sale after it was approved by the board. She was asked by the Commission's evidence leader, Advocate Kate Hofmeyr, and Commission Chairperson Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo on whether she had given the go-ahead for the sale. Memela had testified that other executives had been part of the meeting that approved the sale of the units, but affidavits filed from some of the members have disputed this. In a meeting with JM Aviation representatives, an offer was presented, but an email which was sent only to Mamela appeared the price of 248,000 Rand each, which is the same amount that the units were sold for. She told Zondo that she could not remember whether she had approved the amount, but said the CEO of South African Airways Technical, Muzazwani's signature had been proof that a decision was made to approve the price. They're all on the take. She said, to say who made the final decision would say this is a person who did. I did not have the power to accept the offer. I did not write the email to accept the price. There is no written communication except a signed invoice. The fact that he signed means we discussed signing the invoice. This is happening all over South Africa, at every level. All these little BEE shelf companies, they're like a cancer, just eating away at everything in South Africa. That's why it's such a mess in the country. Black economic empowerment is destroying South Africa. And of course, for those well-connected ANC cadres who run these little shelf companies, they're the beneficiaries of, wait, yeah, you got it, black privilege. Black privilege. Remember, it's a black economic empowerment company. Alright guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video, please share this video, and above all, please stay safe.